Week 9, Lesson A. Our goal: consider key features and use them to create accurate graphs that fit situations. In our exit ticket today, we're going to be able to show that we can use the rate of change to extend a sequence and also describe how independent and dependent variables change. Our agenda: we're going to do a warm-up. We're going to be reading intervals today on a graph, and that's new for us. We are going to do an interesting activity called Function Carnival, and there will be a closure question. This week, you will have a Lesson A, your cumulative review, and Lesson B will be finishing this lesson. There will be no test or quiz this week. Also, by the end of the week, you will be invited to a new Google Classroom for quarter 2. When we're finished with this one, you can archive it or just keep it so you can access your materials. Once a Google Classroom is archived, you can always reinstate it. It does not go away. Use the graph to answer each of the questions. Take a look at the graph first. Our independent variable is time in seconds. In our scale, every line on the graph counts as 1, but you only see the scale counting by 2s. Look at the dependent variable. Drinking water in the glass in ounces. Again, every line on the graph counts as 1. The scale is counting by 2s. Number 1, describe what is happening in the graph. Number 2, what is happening at 8 seconds? How do you know? Number 3, what is one pair of values that represents an important part of the story? How do you know? During the first 4 seconds in this problem, water is being added to the cup. It goes up to 8 ounces. It's being filled at a steady rate. Then, from 4 to 6 seconds, nothing's happening. The drinking water is staying at 8 ounces for 2 seconds. Then, from 6 to 12 seconds, the drinking water is going down. Okay, exactly 4 ounces at a pretty steady rate. Then from 12 to 14 seconds, the water level increases again. Number 2, what was happening at 8 seconds? So let's take a look. If you look at your time, find 8 and go up and hit the graph, the water's going down. So someone was probably drinking water because it's losing ounces. They could have poured a little bit out. Maybe this is a cooking experiment where someone's filling up a measuring cup and then they pour a little bit of water out. Number 3, what is one pair of values that represents an important part of the story? How do you know? Well, if you pick a time and read the graph at that time, if I pick 4 and I go up, it hits the graph at 8 ounces, okay? So that would be really important because it would take 4 seconds to maybe fill the glass. Usually glasses are 8 ounces, okay? Or to put as much water in that the person wanted to. We are going to try a new activity using a website called Desmos. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's called a Function Carnival. You're going to use this web address in your browser URL. It is called student.desmos.com. And once you go to that page, I would like you to enter this class code, 5Z6F6H. We are now going to do this activity together in class. If for some reason you are absent and you're viewing this video on your own, go ahead and enter the class code and you can go through the activity individually and I can see your work. This is Cannon Man again. You can see his flight and his descent. In your exit ticket today, I want you to describe what happens right here where my mouse is pointing. Okay? Why does the graph change shape? Try to use the independent and the dependent variable to give me your answer.